What's happening, people? We are back again. Everyone's a Pundit podcast, episode 15, and you know the drill. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and also give us a like, man. Give us a like. Press that like button.
Thumbs up.
And please, all of those listening on the audio, the Soundcloud link will be in the description below. Share that about with your friends and your people, whoever likes to listen in the cars or whatever. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this episode because, boy, I'm kind of happy. We're going to discuss Arsenal are rubbish, Spurs are rubbish. No, we're not. But, boy... yeah, man, I'm good, innit? I'm good. We're going to discuss a few things today. Firstly, we're going to obviously have to touch on that mad result that came through on Friday night. Southampton 0, Leicester 9. Yeah, you heard me right. Southampton 0, Leicester 9. Some nonsense there. So we're going to discuss that, and then we're going to touch on the two results today, which were the Arsenal result, them dropping points at home and blowing a 2-0 lead at home to Crystal Palace.
2-0 lead at the empty crates.
The empty crates.
The what?
The empty
crates.
Empty crates.
AKA the library.
The library.
AKA the Emirates.
Where did you get that from?
Where is
You made it up, yeah?
Is it a library because it's quiet there? No atmosphere, is that what you're saying?
Oh.
No atmosphere at the Emirates, you know. The empty crates.
Let's get back on track.
Yeah. And you got my man laughing over here. We're going to discuss Spurs as well. We're going to discuss Spurs because, you know, we're going to get into it anyway.
Spurs is in the table.
What man's calling that tables, yeah?
Oh boy, talking about my stadium.
All right, calm down. That was a poor accent, by the way. But anyway, to my right we have...
yes, Patrick Tyrant, a.k.a. Young Swaggy Daniels. When you see the T, you see the P. When you see the P, it represents T.
Wicked. And then to my left, you done know already.
Bam, bing. You get me, Mr. Jason Ellis. Come on.
You didn't have that same energy today. You don't see it, people.
There's no bass in the voice.
No bass. Library over here, boy. Empty crate.
Straight from the empty crate.
Yeah. Don't bring that flat stuff to the Views studio, bruv. Like, just because Arsenal are flat, don't bring the flat thing to the Views studio, man. Come with the energy.
We're trying to get new subscribers out
You
here.
hear me? Man, the other day, man was boom, bang, boom, like energy. Today, flat, boy.
Boom, bam, bing, you know.
Oh, anyway. Well, that's the intro done. People, the social media is up on the screens above as well, the Twitter and the Instagram. Please get following those as well so you can keep up to date with the content.
Yes, sir.
But we're gonna roll straight into it, man. Boy, yeah, as I said, I didn't get to see the game. I'll be honest, I didn't get to see the game Friday night. I was busy.
A lot of people off, man. Friday night game.
Well, I knew it was there, but I was recording actually, and you lot will get to see what's gonna come. I actually managed to do what I want to do, in the sense that I want to interview footballers to extract information from them that can help the next generation, and I was doing that on Friday when the game was going on. So that will be coming to your screen soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, we missed the game, and then I saw the result.
I just saw the scoreline. Boom, boom. It was like a computer game. Do you know what I mean?
Well, at least you saw the build-up, boy.
FIFA Ultimate game, boy. It's just crazy. So
it was mad. And then, did you see the game?
No, I saw the first goal, but then I had to head out.
Yeah.
Left my house. It was 1-0. Got into my car, put it on the 5 Live, saying Southampton 0, Leicester 3. I was like, what?
yeah, literally.
But I knew Southampton got down to 10 men. But I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And then
3-0, you got to close up shop. You know what I mean? Even if you just do two banks of four and no striker, no outlet. Just contain the game.
But can they contain Leicester though? The way Leicester play.
I mean, you can contain anyone really if you just sit behind the ball and just set up shop. And even if
you've seen so far in the Premier League that even your Man Cities will struggle to break a good defensive. Like when you're organised, you know what I mean. And I'm sorry, I said this when who was it that got drummed the other day? And it was 8-0. Was it City that beat?
Yeah, Watford. They got beaten 5-0.
It was City. Was it City that beat them? Yeah.
5-0, right?
No, it was 8-0.
Was it 8-0?
Was it 8-0? It was, innit? Yeah.
Crazy.
It was 8-0.
Seen some mad school.
Yeah, it was 8-0. Yeah. And I was like, that should not be happening at this level. When you're a Premiership team, that should not be happening.
Yeah, I agree.
So, down to 10 men or not, you can get into defensive shape and make it difficult,
100%.
and then you should not be conceding chances. And I've watched the extended highlights and that just to see the goals. So I've not been able to see the whole game. But I'm like, I think the conditions probably played a part as well.
I was going to say that as well.
Yeah.
I think it did.
Yeah, I think the conditions played a part. But I'm not hearing no excuses, man. Remember I said at the beginning of the series, I said my pick was Southampton to get relegated, one of them. And I think, just relegate yourselves now, man. Just relegate yourselves. Don't come back again next week. That's pathetic, man. Pathetic.
Yeah, it was 9-0, Jesus.
You know?
And Leicester, they looked like they were just having fun out there. And allegedly, Johnny Evans said to them, I think at 5 or 6-0, he goes, we can get the record here, let's go for it.
Oh, did he?
So those guys are like proper on it.
What, Johnny Evans?
Johnny Evans was like...
Evans, you know.
Johnny Evans, like, the record's 9-0, let's go for it. And that's why they were relentless. Because usually at 4 or 5, you take your foot off the gas, innit? But they were just on it the whole game. And they...
But that just goes to show, I don't know why teams take the foot off the gas, man. Go for the jugular, keep going.
I mean, we were 4-0 up against Crystal Palace at half time. Second half, we just came out and just effed about.
And that's what you see most of the time.
Yeah.
In the second half, you usually see the team that's got battered in the first half usually get a draw in the second half or may even win the second half.
Like
you know what I mean?
Say, let's go out and win the second half.
Win the second half,
Or keep a clean sheet.
That's it. And then they restore a bit of pride.
Yeah.
Very rarely do you see a team go 3-4-0 up first half and then come out and then win the next half like 2-3-0 again.
Yeah, it's mad.
So that was a bit crazy what was going on in that game. And Perez got a hat trick. You know, they scored some good goals. Vardy's first goal was tidy.
Or he just put it through man's. Was it through his legs?
No, he didn't put it through his leg, but it was just a chop.
Okay.
It was just a chop that nobody was expecting. And good finish, man.
Madison got a goal as well.
Yeah, that was a
Good free kick.
Yeah, I was disappointed because obviously I got Madison in my fantasy team. So when I was looking at it, I was like, wow, Madison, no assists.
Yeah.
I thought he'd have at least a few assists on some of those goals, but...
That Harvey Barnes looked like he was pulling some strings, boy.
That young.
Yeah.
I like him, man.
Yeah,
Ever since he got recalled back last year.
He looked like he was pulling some strings. He looked
good
quite
player.
tidy. You know, I think it's one of them things. What do you say? Is it Leicester are that good or Southampton are that poor?
That poor.
I think
yeah.
it was just a catalyst. I mean, you caught them on the right time for both things. Leicester were that good on the day, Southampton were that poor on the day, and it just
So do you give credit to Leicester for look? They've scored 9 goals. So do you then say, you know what? Clap. Brendan Rodgers is that guy. Do you know what I'm saying? You can see the way Brendan Rodgers has come in, got them playing.
Yeah.
Is it down to Brendan Rodgers or is it just down to Southampton? Because the way my mentality is, no Premier League team should be losing like that. So Southampton, you need to look at yourselves rather than well done Leicester kind of thing.
I think it's Leicester because even against us when they went 1-0 down, it could have been 2-0. But you could see even against Tottenham, they had the belief where they were going for the game. And at 1-1, it was late in the 85th, 86th when Madison scored. Another team would have said, okay, we've got to draw against a big team.
Yeah.
Let's just take that. But they were going for the kill.
Fair
and it looks
enough.
like this year, they believe that they can be amongst the big boys.
Yeah.
So they're not trying to hold out. They're going for the kill in every game.
So do you think that belief, Jason, comes from the fact that they've got Brendan Rodgers as the manager, and obviously Brendan Rodgers has done, he's been at Liverpool, done well, and then went to Celtic and done well. So he's bringing that type of that mindset and mentality. Is that what you reckon's happening here?
Yeah. They've got a good squad as well. You know, Brendan Rodgers is a top manager in my eyes, to be honest with you. I love my Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, he really won the league with Liverpool. Just missed out, but even then Liverpool were playing some good football that season. You know, he went to Celtic. Celtic's it's a given, innit? And you got a manager like Brendan Rodgers. Even when he was at Swansea, they were playing good football, weren't they?
But that's why got the Liverpool job. Yeah.
Got to show he's a good manager. So what Leicester's doing is probably more down to him. If they had probably anyone else in charge, would they be playing as good? Yeah, he's doing pretty well there.
So I know you're sort of Emery out. We've heard it before.
Sort of, I am. There's no sort of, bro.
There's no sort of.
No sort. I am Emery out.
And you think that you lot missed the trick by not getting Brendan Rodgers in it?
Yeah. They're talking about there's a language barrier. They don't understand what Emery's saying half the time.
Serious.
They don't know how true it is, but I'm saying.
To be fair, man sounds a little bit funny when he
we
talks.
saw the highlights. We saw the coaching highlights. So it's like he was just grunting.
So if you lot are struggling to understand what he says half the time, the players must be as well. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel we missed a trick with Brendan Rodgers, man. Could there be no language barrier there? He plays good football. He improves players. Yeah.
But could you argue then that maybe Brendan wouldn't have gone to you lot, that you lot are not a big enough club?
Listen, this guy's trying to wind me up, you know. For real.
No, but you know what? No. But look, Leicester have won the league in more recent times.
Gone to Arsenal.
Leicester have won the league in more recent times. They've got the owners that are pumping money in,
and they've got further in the Champions League.
And they've got in the Champions League than Arsenal in more recent years.
In the last 10 years, they got to the quarterfinals.
So Brendan Rodgers, he may have just been like, you know what? He may have said no to Arsenal. That he wants to go to Leicester and build and you know what? And make a statement because and actually make them champions again.
I know what you're doing. Anyway, I know exactly what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
If Arsenal went for Brendan Rodgers while he was at Celtic and Leicester, even if Leicester was in the equation, if Arsenal went at the same time as Leicester, he probably would have went Arsenal. No, I know he would have went Arsenal because we are the bigger club.
You know, yeah?
Yes, bro.
Well, that's quite arrogant to say that, because even like, no shade to Man United, but even Man United right now, that's like them saying, if Allegri, say for example Allegri, and let's look at another team that's doing well but hasn't got the Man United allure. You can't say that the manager's going to go there. Because there's a lot of factors that go into it.
No.
It's not just about how big a club is.
Come on, lads. We both know, yeah. If Tottenham and Leicester, went for, let's say, Brendan Rodgers, who's he most likely to go for?
He could go either way.
So who do you think he could go for?
He could go either way.
So you're saying that he would choose Arsenal over Spurs?
Who? Brendan? Yeah, come on, all day, bro.
See, there you go. That's the arrogance.
Bigger club, innit?
Bigger
It's not always about just having a club.
Would he choose Spurs over Man United?
Don't be silly.
Why?
Because bigger club, innit? But the thing is, the point I was making is that Leicester have won the league in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Man United have won the league in the last 8 years.
Yeah.
Yes. And Arsenal have won the league in the last 20 years?
22, whatever.
You know, he's won the league since 2000. It's a long time, man.
But we still got that attraction.
Yeah, no, of course you are a bigger club, all jokes aside, but it's just a bit arrogant to say, he's definitely going to come over, because you don't know. You don't know what's set up. Yeah. And also, all jokes aside, it also depends what the actual owners are saying to the manager, what funds they're going to have available to spend, what kind of control they're going to have over the players or over the team, over the transfers. There's a lot more than just, we're the bigger club. No point managing a big club and you want to shoestring budget.
This summer shows that he would have had money to spend anyway.
Yeah.
Because the board backed the recent manager and he can't get the best out of the squad that we have.
So, Jason, let's move on. Emery, Ozil. We had a question on, I think it was last week, that asked you the treatment. What do you make of the treatment of Ozil?
And I said Ozil he should go.
And I spoke to somebody recently who believes that Ozil will outlast Emery. What's your thoughts on that?
He probably will, I reckon.
You don't think Emery's going to last the season?
No. Not with the football that we're playing. No.
How did you not play today? Obviously, I didn't watch the game.
That great.
No.
So you lot not. So that's the other thing, innit? Take everything away. Is not even just the results. The football is poor.
Yeah, that's what it is. If if the football was good, you get me, I could get it if we had 1 or 2 losses, but the football was good.
Yeah.
But the football's not even great.
Yeah.
That's what kills him. And then his selections kills him. I mean, yeah, I think Ozil should go, but while he's here, we should use him because the team's not creating anything.
He must can get some minutes, innit? If you're not going to start him, he must can get a little 15, 20 minutes in the second half at least.
Because the team's not creating, we might just use him while we got him until when he does leave. I think personally we should get rid of him, but until that happens, use him.
Who played today? Did Lacazette and Aubameyang play?
Front three played.
Oh, the famous front three.
The front three played.
The famous front three. Well, Pepe. Pepe.
Oh, by the way, this is the same guy. On Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, on Thursday.
It's a stick on a steel. It's a stick on a steel.
That are named after Victoria Sponge.
These guys are trying to mug.
And this guy, Pepe, came off the bench, and he scored 2 free kicks.
Yeah. Okay.
The way Jason was going crazy, I was like,
No.
It was like, say something now, innit?
What was my tweet? What did I say on my tweet? What did I said?
it was like, where's all the Pepe doubters now?
Can someone give me an analysis for Pepe's performance for today's game?
And I said, listen, this is the same guy. I said, okay, granted he came on and saved the day. You shouldn't have been in that position anyway against
we should.
nobody.
Listening.
And then also the fact that I said he's gone missing in Premier League games, missed open sitters. And then again today, I said, let's see how he gets on in Premier League. And today, he didn't do anything yet again.
What was I going to say? Any of you lot that are on Twitter, when today? You got 2 assists today?
I checked the stats. He didn't get no assists.
See, we're getting the wrong information from the cameraman over here.
I'm checking
how many
right
games
now.
we in? 10?
If you're on Twitter, check out Mr. Jason Alex on Twitter. Go to his tweets and you'll see what Mr. Jason Alex is talking about. And you will laugh like I'm laughing because the tweets are funny.
No. What them are trying to do is twist what I'm saying.
It's a stick on the steel.
Socrates 7th minute, assist by Granit Xhaka. David Luiz 9th minute, assist by Lacazette.
Where you get 2 assists from?
Can you ask my
Assist
question?
before the assist.
Have I been saying Lacazette's been good all season?
You've been saying?
Have I?
Well, that he's been good.
Have I been saying Lacazette's been good all season?
No.
But so not Lacazette. Sorry, Pepe.
Yeah.
Pepe. Have I been saying?
No. You've been honest, but that was my point. Okay, no, like
Just take time, Jason. Take time.
Take time.
Take time.
But all the doubters are saying, "Oh, Pepe's this, Pepe's that." I'm saying, all right. So all the doubters now, tell me how Pepe played today.
But the ironic thing is, it was some of your own fans that were doubting him and saying that he was, you know what I mean? So yeah.
So just trying to get into a bit of analysis. What is it that's going wrong at Arsenal? So you've got at the moment you probably played Pepe, Lacazette, and Aubameyang. That front three. And I think from what my cousin was saying before is that Ceballos played right today. Yeah. He started. So did you play the 4-3-3 formation today then?
No, I think it was the 4-2-3-1.
Is it?
From what I saw 4-2-3-1 at one point.
4-4-2.
I'm hearing 4-4-2.
4-4-2. Ceballos on the right.
When it started, it was 4-2-3-1. I think he must have switched it to 4-4-2.
So you would have had Guendouzi and Xhaka in the middle.
Yeah.
Ceballos on one side.
Yeah. Pepe on the other, and then Lacazette behind Aubameyang.
Yeah.
But Aubameyang was on the wing at one point, wasn't he?
So they were chopping and changing.
Yeah, because my stream, to be honest, wasn't that great today.
Yeah.
It kept freezing, buffering and all that, so I couldn't watch the game.
Yeah.
So certain times I was missing certain bits.
Yeah.
They did go to a 4-4-2 at one point from what the commentator was saying, but
and that's where it is at the moment. You've got no creativity in the midfield.
So you might just put Ozil in and see what you can do. You know, you can't go wrong.
What are you saying?
And he must play Xhaka.
Yeah, and Xhaka plays all the time.
Right, you don't need 2 DMs against Crystal Palace at home. No disrespect to Crystal Palace.
No, it's true. Just being real.
Being real, innit?
Just being real.
You're a big team. You're at home. You should have the majority of the ball. You don't need to go hunting with 2 DMs.
Exactly, and that's been the argument. That's been the annoying thing for United at home. Even at Crystal Palace as well. We're playing 2 DMs.
We're playing 2 DMs.
It's nonsense.
So
what did Xhaka do? Talk to us, Mr. Jason.
What
Coming off, yeah.
Obviously, tactical change in it, so he's coming on for Saka.
What minute was this, roughly-ish?
I can't remember, you know.
But was there a lot of game left?
must be about 20.
Okay. So
obviously he's Saka's come on for Xhaka. So as Xhaka's name's gone up, crowd are cheering. But I think they got onto him when he started. He did the Ozil walk coming on.
Yeah.
And that's when they got onto him.
Laboured.
And obviously
Because that's the thing as well, isn't it? That you lot really should be chasing to win the game and that.
So obviously you're walking off. You're the captain. You're walking off. That's not what the fans want to see.
Yeah.
So obviously now they've got onto him. He's doing that as he's walking off. Doing that as he's walking off.
Man, I saw him do that as well.
And as he gets closer, you hear him say "F off."
Oh, is it?
It seems
Wow.
you read his lips.
Okay.
F off.
So this is your captain. This is the thing. Emery as well. However, people want to try and say manager needs time and all of that. Emery has decided to make him your captain. Obviously, he ain't the right man. He ain't the right man.
Yeah, he's not captain.
You can't be doing that as a captain. Do you know what I mean?
Well.
Do you? But on the other side is if the fans are starting to cheer you off, kind of thing, and jeering you.
Must have got to be. It's not the
He's a
first
human
man.
being at the end of the day, innit?
I don't like that. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to games recently, and he's been subbed, and the fans are cheering. I don't like that.
Yeah,
man.
it's not nice,
I don't
man.
like
As a
that.
player, you know that it's not. We human beings run on confidence as well and being comfortable. So if you know you're getting jeered or every mistake you make is going to get magnified, it doesn't make you feel good.
Football fans are silly, because football fans, you at the end you're meant to be supporters, and you want your player to do well.
Exactly.
So the next game, how is he's going to be starting? He's your captain. How is he then going to be performing when you're on his back all of the time? He's a human being, man.
The thing is, he wasn't even the worst player on the pitch.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Serious.
saying?
But he's always a scapegoat though. When I watch like AFTV or hear that he's the first name.
I think that he's poor though.
Arsenal fans, some of them are funny because there's always a scapegoat. It was,
I don't think it's just Arsenal fans. It's all fans. There's a scapegoat. I heard on the fan cams today with United, there were some fans trying to get onto Paul Pogba.
Okay.
Paul Pogba didn't even in the squad. He's still injured. So you just can't get away from some
It's a new
fans.
generation of fans, man.
I mean, ours was Sissoko for a long time. Now it's Aurier. I'll get into the Aurier one later. But
Yeah, we're gonna segue over to Spurs in a little minute. Still, but your analysis at the moment, Jay. You lot are dropping points on a regular basis. You're not playing well. So top four's looking a little bit booky, a little bit out of the reach now, isn't it?
I'm looking at the table. Arsenal are fifth. Yeah, they're on 16 points. Chelsea and Leicester are third and fourth with 20 points. So it's not that.
It doesn't look that bad now.
Yeah, it's not.
But
that bad.
it's going to catch up with us. This is what people are saying.
Yeah, if they can't start scoring goals and
Who's
keeping
on next
clean
game?
sheets.
2-0 lead at home to Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
That should be a banker.
Yeah.
But when I was watching my game and I'm seeing 2-0 Arsenal, oh man, you know what I mean? I thought, game's done.
Next game is Wolves at home.
Wolves at home.
Yeah, Wolves at home.
Wolves at home, you're at home, yeah?
We're at home.
Yeah, so that should be a win.
And then
Well, you see what Wolves did to City.
And then the next game is away to Leicester.
So those are two tricky fixtures.
This is what I'm saying. So this is when I say Emery, is effing around with how we're playing football because our football is not getting us the results we need. If it is getting us results, it's just about getting a result.
Yeah.
It's not convincing.
Yeah.
And against a good team, that football's not winning games.
And that's the thing is, if you're not, because you lot are not keeping clean sheets, you're conceding a lot of goals and you're not scoring. And before, it was good when you were scraping results, because at the end of the day, good teams do scrape results.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They do scrape results. But what happens is you then need to then start putting in the good performances.
There you go, yeah.
And you need to start seeing improvements. And you're not seeing that with Arsenal at the moment. So, yeah, man. What do you lot think? Please leave us your comments down below with regards to Arsenal's football, Emery, Ozil. Let us know what your thoughts are. Also on Brendan Rodgers and Leicester, because Leicester are looking like the real deal. I know Pat was saying not too long ago, at the end of the day, it's still congested. Man United moved from, talking about 2 points off relegation. Now we're in 7th just from one win. Do you know what I mean? So it is congested. But what do you lot think about Leicester? can Leicester get into that top 4 this season? Let us know in the comments, because I think that's a big question that we all need to ask ourselves. Before, we all said Leicester couldn't win the league. They went and won the league. Now they have, however you look at it, they've got Vardy is a Premier League striker who scores goals. Do you know what I mean? So when you're going for these things, you need goals. Vardy, you've got goals in Vardy. You've got assists and quality play in Maddison. Top assister last season, from what I understand.
Chances created.
Chances created. Yeah. Thanks for the correction there. But that's correct.
But that's in the top 5 leagues in Europe, not just the Premier League.
And that was in a Leicester team that did not finish top 6.
And they weren't doing what they're doing this year.
Exactly. And then you've got other top players, man, like Tielemans, and Didi looked good today.
Yeah, he's been looking good all year.
Not today, on Friday, from what I could see, he was. So yeah, man, and they lost Maguire, and it doesn't seem to have phased them.
So Cho, or however you pronounce it, come in. He looks good. Obviously, Johnny
Evans is experienced.
For a while.
Experienced, and Johnny Evans is a decent defender. So
very good team.
Yeah, man, let us know in the comments. I'll be really interested to hear what you guys' views are on Leicester. But yeah, man, we will touch on, because somebody talked about empty crates before. Somebody's trophy cabinet is empty, and it don't look like it's gonna get filled anytime soon, innit, Jay? I lie?
Not saying
the season, I mean, in terms of I was gonna say something. I thought, let me not get drawn into this.
No, get drawn in, man. What's he gonna say? What's he
I was gonna
say?
say the season's just started, so talk about
No. You ain't winning no trophies.
Listen,
Pat, you don't think you're gonna win any trophies.
We could go on a cup run. Why can't we?
You know what was funny, yeah?
Yeah. But out of one cup, there's still the FA Cup.
It's. I just want to be honest. It's not Pat. Pat is a sensible Spurs fan, but there's a Spurs fan that is a friend of mine, and just a few weeks ago he was talking about Spurs being title contenders. Listen to what I'm saying, title contenders. Just a few weeks ago, you know, and then after their win in Europe, he was hyped. He was like, I'm looking forward to this weekend. We're gonna beat Liverpool. Liverpool ain't got nothing for us. That's what he was saying, man. I'm not gonna call out his name because it's probably not right for me to do that.
Don't name it.
Maybe you can come in the comments, because you know who you are and you do watch. I do love. Thank you for your support. But maybe jump in the comments and give everybody explanation as to why you're so crazy when it comes to Spurs.
But you know what? That's his opinion. Isn't it? But it's
you can still be crazy.
Yeah.
You like ain't title contenders.
No, never. We've never been. And I knew from the beginning of the season, not title contenders. Obviously.
And then, did you think that you was gonna go to Liverpool and beat them today?
No, and I said that. I said
you were hoping for a draw, right?
Yeah, I knew. Like I said to you last week, I said I'm not too concerned about the big teams because I know we will raise our game.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to win. I said we'd lose 3-1 today. We lost 2-1. So you know. I mean, I was content.
You lot are below Sheffield United now, isn't it, in the league?
Probably. Whoever's. I mean,
it's not probably. You are.
Oh, you're just trying to. Yeah, we are. Then we're on 12 points. So there's a lot of teams on 12 points. A couple teams on 13.
Yeah, Man United are on 13 points. By the way, crappiest team in the top 6.
There you go.
Dead squad.
It's it's early days in that respect. It can change. 2 or 3 decent results and someone dropping a draw or thing, it will change quite quickly.
What I would say though, Pat, is like Arsenal, and what I was saying to Jason is, where are we going to see it turn for Spurs? Because other than that performance in Europe, which was against who?
It was against Red Star Belgrade.
At home?
Yeah, it was at home.
Okay, so it's a game that is not really. That performance, you lot are not performing well. And so, how did you perform today?
I thought I'm hoping. Obviously, it's early days. I can't really, but I'm hoping that we've seen that turn and that corner. Because against Liverpool at Anfield, if we weren't decent, we'll get exposed, battered 4-5, 6-1. Liverpool are that good, and they hit us in waves and waves of attack. But we come out and we were quite good defensively in the first half. Did you cause them any problems going the other way? We did. We had them on the counter every time. Son had Trent Alexander's number. Yeah, he was running at him. He was creating problems.
Trent's not a good defender, by the way.
For all of his obviously qualities going forward, he's not that great defensively. But obviously they can get away with it because they are a great defensive unit.
Defensive unit.
They're good. But yeah, we had. I mean, Kane scored after the first 47 seconds or something crazy like that.
And it was a good finish
it was
as
a
well.
Good finish. He anticipated where the ball was going to be, and that the defenders might fall asleep. And it's a tidy header. Yeah, we had chances. Gazaniga, our keeper, made a lot of good saves. Nothing outstanding, but they were all good saves where you'd expect a decent keeper to make. They had a lot of chances, but we also we had chances as well. Son hit the crossbar early in the second half. If he scored, that would have been 2-0. So yeah, we had chances. I saw a lot more intent today. I saw a lot more focus, a lot more defensive discipline. I saw a lot more players that were hungry on it. I didn't really see much from Eriksen again. I was a bit disappointed when I saw him named in the start. I'm thinking, why is Poch starting this guy? We've got other quality guys out there. He doesn't need to be starting Eriksen anymore, in my opinion. And even
so who would you play instead of Eriksen?
Lo Celso.
Lo Celso. So Lo Celso's fit again now, yeah?
Lo Celso's fit again. He's looked sharp every time he's come on in his little cameo roles at the end of games.
Yeah.
I would have started with Ndombele as well in the middle and had him playing as a deep plane, because when he came on, he looked good as well.
Yeah.
So and obviously I don't want to see Sissoko and Winks starting together. I don't think that offers much.
But against Liverpool, you can understand that, right?
Yes and no. But Winks was okay. He didn't have the greatest of games. But yeah, I'd rather have Ndombele and Sissoko.
Yeah. To be fair,
which is a bit more powerful.
So Ndombele didn't start.
No, he didn't start. He played pretty much the whole game midweek in the Champions League. So I don't know what the thesis behind that is. Maybe he doesn't think he's fully fit. I don't know. But when he come on for like 15 minutes and he looked good. Yeah, he was creating, breaking up play and moving the ball forward quite nicely.
So where we were saying where it can change for you, you've got Everton away next game,
I expect
which is looking like a sun.
Yeah,
but you know what? These are the dangerous games though. Like Everton are rubbish, and they are due. They can pull out a result.
Of course, I mean because
they won yesterday, didn't they?
No, they lost. They lost 3-2 to Brighton.
So Brighton scored the injury time.
They were winning 1-0. Then it went to I don't know who's, but it was 2-2. And then they lost an injury time. But Everton are capable of turning up at any time as well. But I expect us to beat Everton. I expect us now to start going on a run of results.
You see, if you don't get a result against Everton, you're then at home to Sheffield United, which again is a game that you should win, but that's a banana skin.
100%.
And this is where
the Premier League
this is where the sides are at the moment, man. Like the reason I'm saying is because Spurs, they're not looking good. Where I would say. For me, where I say you're going to go to Everton and win, for me, that's got draw at best written all over it.
Mate, I think we'll win that game. I think.
Do you?
Yeah. I think we'll win that.
Ching!
Yeah. Screenshot,
star, everything. Remember what Swaggy said,
I think we'll win that game. Like, not even being big-headed, I think we'll beat them. And then I think we'll kick on from now. I think so. Obviously, against the good teams like Liverpool. Liverpool are arguably the best team in Europe right now. And I'm not just saying that from their Champions League. I'm saying that from the fact that they lost one game last year.
They are.
They pushed a fantastic City side to the edge, and right now they're sitting comfortably in number one. They're a great team, and we had our chances. I'll take. I don't expect to go to Anfield and turn them over. I'm hoping draw. If we play well, contain ourselves, we can maybe nick a result. It didn't go our way today, but I didn't see something to make me like angry and pissed off and this and that. I saw a decent collective effort from the players. So,
what about the substitutions in the second half? Because I know a lot of fans
Poch made a substitution on the 62nd minute. That's when he brought on, and was it Ndombele? Ndombele had quite a long. He had 30 odd minutes. Yeah, he looked good.
So was the tactical play and in-game management better from Poch today?
In-game management was in the first half. The beginning of the first half, we basically put Son on Trent and we put whoever else was on Robertson. I think it was Danny Rose, and so we stifled the fullbacks. Because they like to get the ball early and cross it in.
Danny Rose.
We stopped it. It wasn't Danny Rose. Whoever was playing on the right, it might have been like Sissoko or whoever. We stopped that happening. But as the game wore on, they just kept pushing us back. The commentators got onto Aurier. I didn't think he had that bad of a game, but he fouled Mane and gave away a penalty. And then at the end, Keno was just dissing.
He was cussing Aurier.
He killed Aurier and Danny Rose, just saying that they're both dumb and dumber. And that basically, they're both clueless and that where you just said that they were shambles basically. I don't think Danny Rose had that bad of a game. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased a bit, but
No, because you would call it.
Yeah.
I didn't see the game because I was watching the United game.
Even Ori, I don't think he had that bad of a game. It's just that he gave away a penalty that he didn't need to give away.
Was it blatant penalty? Or was it?
It's one of those 50. Well, it's a 50-50, but because
blatant penalty.
Is it?
no, I don't know, man. It's it's a 50-50, but with like 2 years ago, Lamela got a penalty where he basically put his body across the ball and Aurier kicked him. Lamela did that, and I think Van Dijk brought him down, and we got the pen. So by the letter of the law, it's a penalty.
And they scored. Who scored it?
Salah scored it.
Salah, yeah.
So they won 2-1. So
So was that the winning goal?
Yeah, that was a winning goal. So that's what annoyed me. The fact that if Aurier didn't give that away, who knows where the game might have won. So yeah, I don't know, man. But Neville was killing Aurier. He's rash. He's this. If he does, Neville said if he doesn't give away a penalty, doesn't get a red card, he'll make a mistake. And I was like, that's a bit harsh because there's loads of players that do stuff like that all the time. And
I'm not impressed with Aurier though. I have to be real with him this season. I think
he's not.
I think that he was at fault for a lot of them goals when you lot got smacked up by Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, he looks dodgy, man.
Yeah, he's not the guy. But I don't think he was that bad today. I don't know. But yeah, the thing is, we have a problem at right back because we don't have a recognised right back.
So where's Sessegnon?
Sessegnon's is a left back though.
Oh, it's left.
And then also as well, the problem is that we've got Walker Peters, which Poch obviously doesn't rate because he doesn't even get in the squad anymore. And then you've got Foyth, who's converted right back but centre back by trade.
Yeah.
So we're in trouble in that sense because Aurier is just not at the level. So yeah.
So you're still confident though that Spurs will finish top 4?
No, I'm not confident, but I think we can go on a run. I said it to you last week that I don't know if we can get in the top 4. I don't know because you have got a lot of good teams that are. I mean, even Leicester are now in that mix, but I don't think that we're going to be as bad as people were predicting that.
So you think definitely top 6?
Yeah, definitely top 6. I mean, to be honest, I think that Leicester won't finish in the top 6.
You don't think?
Nah.
You don't think Leicester will finish in the top 6?
I don't. I can't see it. I mean, they've got one out-and-out striker in Jamie Vardy. I'm talking about quality. I know Perez can play there, but he's not really.
I don't really rate Perez.
Exactly. So
So if it's just one of these things where we can all guess and everything, but exactly. It's all plays on injuries, isn't it? Because that year that they won the league, actually, they didn't get no injuries.
And it can happen, of course. And obviously, you need the rub of the green to go your way in certain games as well. Obviously, they don't play in Europe, so that is a big factor because they don't play every Saturday, Wednesday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Sunday. So that helps. But I just can't see it over the course of the whole season. I think the top 6 will be the top 6.
I know, man. I think if there was ever a season, it's definitely this season where at least one of the top 6 are gonna fall out. Yeah, because you can't start off this poorly and then just expect to turn it on. And we can keep saying we're gonna go on a run, but man's have been saying this since game week 4 and game week 5. You know what I mean? We're up to now, what is it, 10 games now. Yeah. So we said at 10 game mark, we'll see where this is when you can start assessing. Yeah. And at the moment, on the 10 game mark, Spurs are not performing well, Arsenal not performing well, and Man United are not performing well, but we saw a little bit today.
Agreed.
So
it's not just that as well. You also got to look at Leicester. Not going to keep performing at this level. There's no way, because if they do, they'll be championship contenders, and they're not going to be there. So that's my point.
Yeah, but then they can fall away a little bit and be comfortably top 4 contenders with the way that Man United, Arsenal, and thing are playing. Man, I think it's the Leicester. It's Leicester, innit? I think that's why you say that they're not going to finish top 6, because on evidence now we can't say that. On evidence we can only say that they are going to finish top 6 at least. They're playing really well. It's not just they're playing well, man.
Yeah, but over the course of it, again, I know I might sound like but you got to maintain that.
Don't worry, man. We're gonna see anyway, because at the end of the season we're gonna rewind back these episodes and we're gonna see which one of us was calling it right and all of that, you know, because, boy.
Yeah, I'm tight, boy.
For me, Spurs, you know, what's your thoughts on, because I know you wanted Poch out. What's your thoughts today on Poch and Spurs going forward? Because for me, I'm thinking Poch, for his own career now, needs to leave. I'm not saying now, but I reckon he needs to leave Spurs because I don't think he can take Spurs any further. I think, me personally, it's just my personal opinion, I now think Spurs are going to be going backwards from all of the progression that they've made. I can see you lot going backwards now over the next few seasons. What's your take and your thoughts on that?
I don't know. It depends. Obviously, it depends on the thing with Pochettino is that if he's not backed how he wants to be backed, then he should go. Yeah, there's no this like Poch is doing a great job with what he's got. If you're not backed and you're not given the tools to do your job properly, then in any walk of life you shouldn't be in that job because all you're going to do then is complain, not be happy, and not give your all. So either you're given the amenities to do your job, or you're not, and then you leave and you shake the hand and say, you know what, our time has come. Thank you for the opportunity. Let's part ways on goodwill. So if Poch isn't given everything he needs and it is his time to go, then so be it. But I can't judge him on today's game because it's Liverpool, and I'm with all due respect, I didn't expect us to beat them today. Anyway.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see a better improvement, more focus, more determination, more chances created because we haven't even been creating chances in other games.
Yeah.
And I saw that today. So on that,
so there were some positives.
There are some positives. I know we lost, but there are some positives to take away.
Yeah.
And it's how we now execute that against the lesser teams like your Evertons and your Sheffield Uniteds, etc.
Yeah.
So we'll see that. So I can't judge Poch on today. We had a decent game in the Champions League on Wednesday. I went to that game. It looked good. Obviously, it's not a great team, but again, we were losing to lesser teams than that in the league.
Yeah, true.
So you got to take every game on its own merit. So in that sense, you scored 5, kept a clean sheet. So I'm happy with that. So we'll see.
Your thoughts on what I'm thinking about you lot going backwards now over the and bearing in mind that I was I was backing Spurs. I was talking about you lot, the power shift and everything.
But definitely, I mean, I don't think it's a really strange one because it's something I've never seen. I've never seen a team, my own team, have players like the disharmony in the background where you've got like Danny Rose, Ericsson, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, even Aurier, the cheek of him coming out and saying that they were looking to leave in the summer and nothing came in, blah blah blah. So Poch is also managing 5 or 6 players that are past their soul by day, don't want to be there. So until we have a team of players that really want to play and who are going to be in Poch's long-term plans, it's hard to judge that because even today when I'm seeing players like Lo Celso come in and Ndombele, when Poch is playing Sanchez with either Vertonghen or Toby, we look much better. Okay. So I've got to see. Poch has basically got to pick his first 11, get Ericsson out of the team, and then I really want to see what we do from there. So I kind of can't answer your question yet. We'll see how it goes. Really.
What's your take on Spurs, Jason? I'll give you. You can. Before we wrap up, what are you saying, man? Because we was talking about power shift before. You called them the fraud to the top 6. I was thinking about that comment, about you calling them a fraud to the top 6. And I was thinking, jeez, man, like they got to the Champions League final, and then the very next season, they can't give Patrick a little bit more to just try because right now we've got a friend called Carlos. He is gunning for Spurs. I'm like. What do you think about Spurs? You respect them? What do you think?
Spurs, they're a good team. Obviously, they've got problems right now. They're a good team. I can't knock them. They've got a good manager. But they're my club's rivals, man. I respect them to a certain degree, but at the end of the day, the more problems they have, the better for my club.
You can't take someone like I don't want to name him again but when he says stuff, it's always going to be negative about Spurs anyway. Because I've seen him come out and say, yeah, Tottenham are a top team, I respect them and this and that. And we've gone player for player, and he's even said that we've got better players than them, etc. He rates Harry Kane, he rates this guy, he rates that. So you always got to take what he says with a pinch of salt. Yeah. But it's not ideal. Of course, it's not ideal that we've now gone backwards when we're in the Champions League final.
Yeah, man.
It's not ideal. But again, like I said, until I start seeing all of the guys come in that play and want to play, then I can really assess where we are.
But will Poch be there for that?
That's the question.
You know
I don't know.
Yeah.
And right now as well, Poch has got to be brave. Why are you playing Eriksen? Why is Eriksen start? Because Eriksen had another stinker today.
Oh, did he?
He didn't play well. Nah, he didn't play well. He looked more determined. He looked more hungrier than I've seen him.
But maybe Eriksen is one of the players that is showing that he wants to fight and stuff. Maybe that's why he's playing. Maybe Eriksen isn't the problem.
No. Even when you start seeing all the highlights and all the extended highlights and all the commentators are like, you can see Eriksen doesn't want to be there. Because they were saying, basically, in the second half, we had a problem down the left-hand side where Robertson was bombing on and Eriksen was meant to be marking him. And they're saying Eriksen didn't look up for that battle. You could see he'd already checked out. And then Keno even said that Eriksen isn't as good as he thinks he is, and he doesn't believe he'll go to a big team unless it's on a free. Neville said no, the big teams will take him because not everyone can sign players anymore. There's not that many players out there to sign. So they were going back and forth about that as well. So
what I will say is though that Spurs better be very careful because you've got a number of players that want to leave. Yeah, you've got a number of players that want to leave. So that alone is a rebuilding job. Yeah. Your manager may not be there either. So that's another problem they're going to have next summer. If that all happens next summer, that's another. So they've got to be very careful because rebuilding the team is not easy.
It's not. But Poch said that he wants to be there for the rebuild. That's what we've been hearing. So this is the thing where he said he wanted to start this rebuild this year and he wasn't completely backed. So but you're right. Every 3 or 4 years, realistically, you've got to start adapting your squad.
So if he wasn't back this summer, what makes you think he's going to be back next summer? Because you're going to need more.
Exactly, but the point. The problem is that some of the players didn't go that were meant to go. I don't know why. We don't know all the ins and outs.
Because a lot of them are out of contract.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They will go.
And also as well, Levy would have seen what's happened this year, and we say, you know what, we need to get rid of them because we can't keep holding them. And it's happening.
You know what I'm saying? It's interesting times what's going on at Spurs because they've made huge strides over the last few years, and at the moment it does kind of seem like there's some problems there that they could be going backwards. But we'll have to wait and see. We're all speculating now. We're gonna have to wait and see. What do you lot think? In the comments, please let us know. Do you think that Spurs can kick on still? Do you believe and agree with me that this could be the start of them going backwards? Poch can leave. Well, Jason was saying is the players can leave and it's going to be a big rebuilding job. What do you lot think, man? But we're going to have to wrap up episode 15 of Everyone's a Pundit. I've enjoyed that. Didn't talk about my boys. But you know what? I'm on a United podcast now. So if you want, you can catch me on that. That will be coming out over the next couple of days. That's called the Red Army Podcast. And you'll see that on Spotify and iTunes and Soundcloud as well.
Nice,
and you'll get my thoughts on that on there. But yeah, man. As I said, and I'll keep saying, if you've enjoyed and you've watched this far, hit the like button.
Smash that subscribe button.
There you go. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. And Pat, I know you want to say something.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Jason, comment, share, subscribe.
Like, comment, share. Come on, Jay.
That's you man's thing, innit? Let you man do it.
My man, we ain't got no...
just come straight from the empty crates. Just want that negative energy.
No flatness, you know. But anyway, I'm Semps.
I'm Patrick Tyrant.
I'm Jason.
And we are the pundits on Everyone's a Pundit. This episode 15. Big up yourselves. Bless.
Done, no.